then we're off. We were just discussing back earlier, obviously if you raise your hands I can't see you, but Deb and I worked in magazine sales. Don't you think people who worked in magazine sales just produce the best salespeople? Do you agree with that? Yeah, yeah, you do. Yeah, it's that old school sort of sales approach just doesn't exist anymore.
Well, can I just say I was buying, but that doesn't matter.
Oh, so you were being taken out for drinks? That's why you
being taken. Yeah, it was the 90s. It was in Hong Kong. There might have been the odd junk or boat involved. Yeah, it was good fun. Yeah, but
the glamour days. But now we're just in the mess of programmatic. Is it as fun?
Well, I work at Disney, so every single day is fun and magical. So, you know, what can I say? Yeah, your PR team are like freaking out because we've gone completely off script. But you just got a thumbs up for that answer. By the way, can I just say there wasn't really a script? So I would say, look, it is fun because you're learning, right? And you're presented with new ways of doing things, you're presented with new opportunities, and it's super dynamic. And I think anybody in this industry likes to be pacey, right? You like to learn constantly, you like to do new things, and this is exciting. It's really exciting, and that convergence of, you know, for us, this amazing environment, you know, the best of telly, you know, gorgeous fan base, all of those things that Disney does so well. But with all the benefits that digital can bring, it's exciting. It comes with.
Look at my face. I am
You're so
thrilled.
Excited.
Yeah.
So excited. I should have worn Mickey Mouse, shouldn't I? And then you'd have been really happy.
Do you know what though? I've actually been in touch with Tori and Rita, but asking for some gear for the kids. Silence.
Haven't been sent anything. My legal team might say something.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping the local PR team here can sort them out. I want some Moana stuff.
There might be some friends and family things that we can send you legally.
There we go. It is an exciting time, and as you heard at the beginning of the event yesterday, I actually thought this event would probably be dead by now, but it's not, right? It's actually probably more dynamic than it ever has been. So I agree with that. And speaking of that, you've actually, let's do some stats, shall we? You've launched in 12 to 13 territories.
Well, we've launched in 12, so we pushed a button last November, so a year and a bit ago, and we launched in 9 markets simultaneously, and then we added another 3 during the year, and then we're coming online in Turkey in February. So yeah, super exciting.
So you're doing something quite odd. Are you launching lots of little, smaller sort of European markets as well?
Well, you could say odd, or you could just say an extension of what we already do. I mean, we've been in the advertising.
Oh, these markets that you're already in with the linear business. Okay.
Yeah, we're there. We've been working in the ad business in EMEA since the 90s. We're in 28 countries. This is an extension of what we do, a really exciting extension. Yeah, but we've been doing this for quite a while.
So how are they going in terms of numbers and people signing up? Are they exceeding expectations?
So we're exceeding plan, but I'm not going to tell you what our plan is, clearly. We're
here to find out your plan.
So no, it is going very, very well. So we're exceeding our expectations and our plan. What we're really proud of is the launch. It was super smooth because...
When you say the launch, are you talking about all the launches or a specific launch that I've missed?
But I must say the specific one of flicking a switch on 9 countries at once. What we wanted to do was make sure that it went well and we delivered all of our campaigns, right? Because we've got clients who are trusting us in the run-up to Christmas. You know, we worked very hard on all of our projections. We made it a priority to not let our customers down, and we delivered everything.
So you pre-sell all the inventory on the expectation that you'll get the eyeballs, and you over-delivered on that, or under-delivered?
We did.
Well done, you.
Yeah, it's quite stressful, obviously, but yeah, for November, December launch period, we went out and we specifically had a forecast, and it was really important for us not to fully sell up to that inventory forecast because we were still learning, right? So we dampened it a little bit. We've got an advertising policy which makes sure that everything that's served is served, you know, in a way that's mindful to a Disney audience, and we wanted to make sure we got it right. And we were really not lucky. We planned well because we kind of know what we're doing.
Okay, pick one country that's just gone like crazy, exceeding expectations, gone gangbusters. So one that's particularly done something weird?
I think Germany's been great. I think that the market, we have a linear network in Germany as well, which I think helps, but Germany's been super strong. UK's gaining pace a lot. We're really happy with all of our markets. We launched in the Nordics as well. And they've been going really well with...
Which is a really congested SVOD and AVOD environment as well. So you're able to create cut-through even in really competitive markets.
We were, and I think that there's demand for as linear eyeballs. I mean, everybody knows this isn't brain surgery, but as the linear inventory contracts and the VOD inventory increases, even in those markets, there's still a huge amount of demand. There's not oversupply. So the way that we worked in Denmark, Norway and Sweden was we worked with a broadcast partner, and we were actually sold by TV2 and TV4. We're bundled into their offering.
Oh, right.
It was super efficient for us.
Yeah. So you sell through other, because I always thought you had salespeople in the local markets, but do you sell through some of the other media sales houses?
Sometimes we do. So when we look at a market, we work out what is best for us.
Yeah.
Based on the dynamic of that market. So in most of our markets, and certainly in the G5, and when we launch in Turkey and in Portugal, we sell ourselves on D2C, so on Disney+. But then it just made sense in Denmark, Norway, Sweden to work with a partner. And that's fine for us because we've learned through linear that can be optimal. So for example, here in the UK, our linear networks were sold by Sky, are still sold by Sky.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, it's not new doing that, is it? And I think Max are doing it similarly as well. Would you say because you're not new to advertising, actually launching in a digital world is actually is a lot easier for you because you've got the relationships, you've got global deals, I'm assuming, as well. Is that much easier than, say, a new entrant coming in? Because you can't just like go, here's some inventory, plug into programmatic pipes, and away you go.
Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about there, but
no.
Essentially, I think for us, I would say it's not easy. Nothing is easy. But what I would say, we're really fortunate in that we have been doing this for a long time. So we both have institutional knowledge, advertising's in our DNA. Our bosses understand this business. We're not having to explain it, which takes a lot of pressure off, right? And we can come up with a plan that is sensible and makes sense based on deep local knowledge. We also have boots on the ground that are part of the local landscape, have been there for a long time. So that is super helpful. It's not easy. And talking about global deals, every single person here knows that advertising is local, right? So the benefit of having the amazing Rita Ferro heading this global organization and our huge business in the US, which is, you know, phenomenal and had a fantastic, its own tech stack now for 10 years, is you benefit from that expertise and ways of doing things. So the reality is when we launch our identity graph and our audience graph, we've got such internal resource that we can lean on, and should global buyers want to work with us globally, we will in the future be able to do things in an addressable way globally. But
so that's not happening at the moment. You're not taking global deals and then slicing them up on the local market.
Some global deals. Yeah. But what I'm saying is you're never gonna hit plan on global deals. That's a myth, right? The money is all local. You have to trade local. You have to be local.
Yeah. So we always love talking about I love talking about it, actually. I don't know if everyone else loves talking about growing the TV market. So who's buying on Disney+? Are you just taking your linear clients to Disney+, or are you getting the new advertisers? Where are the new people coming in to spend? So, I keep hearing about. Do they exist?
Well, unfortunately, not enough. But what I would say for our business is that this is all incremental, because I know what we took last year on linear, and I know what we're taking on Disney+.
All Disney+ spend is incremental?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it is predominantly television advertisers who are targeting younger audiences. So it mirrors TV, right? As it should and would. But what I think needs to happen in TV is the pie needs to grow. I mean, you can't look at all of these markets and say, well, there's all these players coming in. You've got the broadcasters. Yes, they're making up for their linear declines through BVOD. But the reality is the pie is flat.
It is flat.
It's
I agree.
flat. And that's not okay.
Why is it flat?
I think it's flat well, it depends on the country, but generally I think that we're just too much money is not coming into TV and is going elsewhere. So I think it's our job, and we said this last year, we probably was said the year before, we really need to bang that drum. I think the lady who was speaking before was talking about the quality and the ROI of TV. We certainly feel part of that local TV ecosystem. I love ITV, I love Channel 4. I think we should all thrive, but the only way to do that is to work together. And I know that sounds, you've heard that 1,000 times, and it's not exactly revolutionary, but it's true.
Well, why don't you tell everybody how you are working together as in a collaborative way to show that it's not just words, it's actually action. Go.
Yeah, I think for us, we just continue to try and do what we've always done. Sorry, again, not a particularly revolutionary answer, but we were the first SVOD on Barb because we've been on Barb forever, right? We joined ThinkBox as an associate member. We are working with the AGF, Médiamétrie.
Are you open to join the other members, you know, like the screen forces all around Europe and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah.
You think that's important?
I think it's important. Based on the quality of each one of those industry bodies, I mean, ThinkBox is probably, you know, the gold standard. So yeah, I was knocking on Lindsay's door, of course. They're brilliant, and we want to work together to bring more money into telly.
So how are the buyers buying your stuff then? Is it programmatic? Is
Our
it
stuff.
Yeah. I'm getting tired. My language is not perfect. Yeah, your inventory.
Our impressions.
Do you prefer that? So you're doing programmatic, IO, big agency, global deals. Typically, what's the sort of mosaic of buyers?
So Justin, I think what we try and do is, again, because we have done this for a long, long time, we are very customer focused. So from day one, we wanted to be interoperable. We wanted to be available to be bought the way that the industry wants to buy us. We're starting in a modest way, so we don't want to create any friction or blockers. So we launched, I think we had 9 DSPs when we launched. Obviously you can buy direct with IO, you can buy programmatically. We're also very focused on the demand that comes from our existing partners, because we work across many different lines of business, across our theatrical business, our consumer products business, and obviously our media business, to clients that really want to get close to our content. So beyond sponsorship, there are, you know, how do you do more ad-funded content? How do you let the advertisers come in mindfully and access your fans in a way that is deeper and more creative? We've done that for a while, and there's a lot of demand for that. It's not easy. It can be a bit of a shaggy dog getting there, but they're really meaningful.
Are they direct deals with clients?
A lot of those ones, yeah.
So typically, if you look at it, think 100%, what's the split between client direct and agencies?
It's predominantly agency, as you would expect.
80-20? 90-10? Give us a number.
It is.
Just guess.
Well, normally,
they don't know.
Everybody will understand. It's more around the 80 mark.
Do you see, because we've got a mindset change for clients about, like, everyone's been going on about, you know, the effectiveness and then where's the spend and all that sort of stuff. So do you see yourself, and you've been in this business obviously not very long.
Since dinosaurs roamed the earth, you can say it.
Yeah, I would never say that. But do you see your relationship and the way that you work with agencies changing in the next few years? What are you comfortable saying on stage in front of a live audience about that?
I think agencies will always be super, super important. The way that it's going to evolve and change is it's just going to get more complex, right? You know, I think...
But will your relationship with agencies change, though? Like, beyond the complexity? Like, will you start working direct? Will you take them out of the picture a little bit?
No.
No?
No. I think they're going to be part of the ecosystem. I think that the types of deals, the types of relationships will inevitably become a little more complicated. I think that...
Complicated in what way?
I think because once digital and big brand TV converge more, you know, there's a lot more you can do, right? And there's a lot more things that you should be looking at. Attribution, you should be thinking about incremental reach as a basic thing. You should be thinking about all the things that the clients want to do in terms of first-party data. and audience matching and all of those voodoo things, as we were talking about.
The voodoo things.
All those great things that we know that we have to do. So inherently, you know, it is more complicated, and your salesperson has to evolve and grow as well. And that's what's exciting. You know, you've got to be more of a, you've got to understand data more.
Yeah.
But the reality is, at Disney, we have multiple, you know, connections with clients. You know, we have lots of partners like Uber or Google that are also, you know, partners of our subscription business. We have, you know, a huge consumer products business, so we have a lot of partners there. So it's only natural and normal, and we always have worked with them directly. And quite often they'll do the buy through the agency because that's the way that they want to execute it, and they want to aggregate it for the rest of the deal. So yeah, it'll become more complicated, but they'll always be here, and they're our friends, Justin.
They're your friends? Okay, well, that's good to hear. So what is this is a classic CTV question, because it's the CTV session. Like, what is the market missing or lacking from your point of view to really explode? Or are we there? Is it fine? Is that something that, I don't know, a tech partner would say in order to get more spend? Or is it missing something that really needs it to take off?
So I think everybody's heard ad nauseum that we need the measurement, we need lots of both first party and third party. We need, you know, we need more products. We need the technology there to make TV work in a way that digital works. So everybody's heard that, but in reality, I think it's, and clients know this. They know this very well. They know that there's nothing like TV for ROI and building a brand, but the share that is going to TV in the overall pie is not growing, and that does need to grow. And I think that there needs to be perhaps, you know, all the hygiene factors that I just talked about, which are hygiene factors in reality because they're happening and they're coming, maybe not fast enough, but they're not easy, right? I think that I would just ask clients to take a good hard look at their budgets and say, you know, what is that split going to be going forward? And we need to do our part and, you know, get together and really bang the drum because the pie has to grow. Yeah.
So what's holding it back is just a lack of money more than anything else?
I think it's a lack of money coming in because I think that what we're doing is we are developing the products, maybe not fast enough.
Yeah.
The measurements probably not there fast enough. So I think that that's on us as an industry to do that, but you would hope that once that's in place, the money should come in.
Okay. Future vision, you've got a strong linear business still. Yeah, you've got some declines, you've probably got some growth in some markets. I assume you make tons of money from it because most TV companies make a lot of money from linear. You've obviously got a growing digital business. 3 years' time, we're sitting here having this chat. Where's Disney?
In Europe.
If you like.
Yeah, I can't talk.
You don't want to talk about the US anyway, do you?
Not really.
No. All right, talk about Europe then.
Everybody's here is interested in Europe, right? So I think we will be, obviously we're going to be bigger. We'll have the measurement picture resolved. We will have...
Where will linear and digital be, do you think?
Our linear and digital.
Yeah, do you think your digital business will surpass linear in 3 years' time? The old Franey chart, it will flip, the 80-20? Oh, Mark Frayne, he was just saying that
I don't know who...
So let's assume your linear business contributes 80% to your income and it's 20% digital. In 3 years' time, would that flip?
I think the direction of travel is very much, as everybody can see, and on a global basis, the D2C is the strategic priority of the company. You can see the growth. Again, depends on the market, depends on the genre, but essentially you'll see a lot of growth on our D2C side.
So 50-50? You're not giving me a number?
I'm not going to.
Oh, okay. On that note, I can't blame her. Do you want to thank Deb for coming up on stage and dealing with my questioning?
Thank you very much.
Thank you indeed. I'll hand over to Steve. Thank you, Deb.